Hey folks, welcome to this week's Spreading the Baseball News with Larry. Hope everyone is well. Unfortunately, with the weather in Taiwan this past week, haven't been too many games on to watch. So I thought this week talk a little bit about American baseball and what's likely to happen in the upcoming season, if there is a season. 就是这个星期，因为好像台湾的天气一直不好，一直下雨，所以比赛比较就不多。事实上我没看到什么比赛这个星期。那么我今天就是讲一讲就是美国棒球的将来的情况。So the interesting question is what's going to happen with the baseball season this year. Major League Baseball is considering resuming or starting the season in July, possibly again an 81 games season, and where the games would not be based on traditional American National League format, but basically to reduce travel, the teams would be playing mostly in their geographic area. So as an example, the Red Sox would be playing most of their games with Toronto, the two New York teams, the Yankees and the Mets, the Phillies and Baltimore. And that would be, again, to limit travel. Again, it's something that's been learned from the situation in Taiwan is initially games would be to empty stadiums. There would not be any fans in the stadiums. And then depending upon how the situation evolves in America, there might be resumption of games with fans in the stands. However, the fact that Major League Baseball is considering starting the season without fans in the stands has now led to another issue. And that is the Major League clubs have said, well, they can't simply pay on a prorated basis if they have no revenue from the stands. The players have said that, no, this is what we agreed upon, that if there are an 81 game series that our players are entitled to get 50% of their salary because it was agreed upon a prorated basis. And again, the Major League Baseball said, we agreed to that under the presumption there would be fans in the stands. So right now we have this point of contention. What the Players Association has said, by the way, is that, hey, wait a second, years when attendance is up, we haven't asked for more money, or so therefore when attendance is down or non-existent, we shouldn't be getting less money. What it unfortunately underscores is probably the greed on both sides. And I'm not one that normally cares about what players make, and I view baseball as a business and an entertainment, and if the players can make a lot of money, fantastic. I know there's some fans who think sort of a stupid comment when they say, "Oh, this is a game, I would play it for nothing." I think that's a rather silly comment. Which also, in closing, reminds me of something that Babe Ruth is alleged to have said. This is in the time pre-arbitration and pre-free agency, but still he was well compensated, and I think his highest salary at one point, this goes back in the 1920s, which was astronomical. In 1920s dollars, he may have been making close to $100,000. And a reporter asked him what he felt about the fact that his salary was higher than the salary of the President of the United States. To which Babe Ruth replied, well, I've had a better year than he. We'll see what happens, and hopefully we can resume the season in July, and we'll get an update. And in any case, hopefully there will be much more games to see this week in Taiwan, and I can start talking about players and other teams, including the China Trust Brothers. So look forward to seeing you next week. 谢谢大家收看。如果你们有什么看法，请你留言。下个星期见。